Gandhiji told that, you people, I am telling you one thing, that you need to reject the registration certificates, and if the Britishers come to arrest you, get yourself arrested, go to the jail, live in the jail, treat the jail as King Edward's Hotel. So Gandhiji told that to the people. Now just imagine that initially it was, whenever the people went out to protest, if the Britishers told that we'll put you in jail, people got scared and people went back home. Similarly, whenever, let's assume that we are going for a protest, and when we go for a protest, the police comes, okay, within 5 minutes, and we are in fear. Because of fear, we are coming back to our homes. So after coming home, we would have that feeling of non-completance, right? That we did not actually give our 100%. There would not be a sense of completion to that particular movement. So we'll have that guilt. But just imagine in the second scenario that we are going to protest, the police is telling us to go back, we are not going back, and we are yet protesting, and the police is going to find us, and the police is going to put us in jail. So that is doing what? After going to the jail, they know that they cannot do anything. So there is a sense of completion, even though they could not do much, but yet there was a sense of completion, there would not be guilt. So this is what Gandhiji had given them, another way of protesting. Gandhiji gave them a way of feeling that sense of completion by courting their arrest, by getting themselves arrested and treating the jails of the British as King Edward's Hotel. However, you guys do not participate in a protest. No, do not ever participate in a protest until and unless you do not become the officers that you want. Okay, so if you have even one particular thing or remark, so that is not going to be good. Okay, so never, whatever be the situation, do not protest. Okay, until and unless, means I am a person who always believes in justice and all. Okay, so here this is something, if you want to become a politician, go protest, but generally that shouldn't be the case, because you guys want to clear the UPSC. Okay, so that is there. Later on, okay, so in the registration certificates, all right, so when that is going to happen, the last date for registration certificates, it had just went, and the Britishers had understood that the Indians are not going to get themselves registered, because you just understand that if the people of India are not going for the Aadhaar card registration, will they ever get an Aadhaar card? Obviously not. So similarly, the people also here did not go for registering themselves, so the registration certificates were never made. However, the Britishers here, they are going to understand that they were defeated, so they ask Gandhiji, they talk to Gandhiji, and they tell him that Gandhi, we are not going to do anything. Okay, means it is just like this only. If they want to, so let them do it. If they do not want to register, let them not do it. So they try to somewhat influence Gandhiji, and Gandhiji, he says that, okay, no worries, if you are telling that you will not do negative things from it, all right, and if you are accepting to remove this provisions from it, then no worries, I will go and get my registration certificate done. So Gandhiji goes and gets his registration certificate done, and after that many people following him, they also get their registration certificate done. But after many had gotten the registration certificate, then the Britishers told Gandhi, we fooled you, and based on that Gandhi got furiated, and in front of the British office there was a huge bonfire, and Gandhiji is going to burn his registration certificate. Looking at him, the other people are also going to burn their registration certificate. So that is how in the registration certificate the Britishers were defeated by Gandhi and his followers. After that, what the Britishers had done is they had placed migration restrictions. Migration restrictions, that means that the European people who were there in South Africa, obviously they are not going to be residing in the same colony like the Indian immigrants. There is going to be a different colony. So what happened is that at that point of time, when there was increase in immigration, and there were many people who were coming towards the British areas. So what the Britishers did is that the Britishers, they are going to levy migration restrictions. That means they are going to say that if you want to come from that area to this area, Initially, the toll tax to come from that area to this area was 1 rupee, but now you have to pay 15 rupees. So here Gandhiji was once again infuriated, and Gandhiji, what did he do is that he illegally, that means without paying the tax, he migrated, the restrictions, he is going to violate those restrictions. So he disobeyed the law. So when he is disobeying the law, that means he is doing extra constitutional things. And looking at him, there were various other people who disobeyed the law, and then they started doing marches. Okay, they started doing the big marches from here to there. So the people during those marches, the localites, they became much more aware about those marches, and they are going to join Gandhiji at that point of time. So what is going to happen is that Gandhiji, he is going to cross from Natal. Gandhiji, a number of prominent Indians from Natal crossed the frontier into Transvaal. Okay, so where is the Natal and where is the Transvaal? Here. Okay, so from Natal you are crossing into the Transvaal area, which was the area where Britishers resided at that point of time. Okay, so that was there. Now when migration restrictions were flouted, many of the Indians under the Gandhi, they were arrested and they were jailed. But these Indians, they also had a family. So Gandhiji in the coming time period also had to think that under me, when many of the people are being jailed, what is going to happen of their family? What is going to happen of their children? What is going to happen of their wives, mothers? So Gandhiji at that point of time, he is going to decide to create a Tolstoy farm. A farm that would house the families of the Satyagrahis. It would give them a way of life, a meaning in life. And do not consider this as an actual farm. It was a farm that was self-sufficient in nature. It could fulfill its demands. It itself produced the things that it would consume. And the people itself did the division of labor. Means the people who were resident in that farm, whoever was a good cook cooked, whoever was a good teacher did the teaching, whoever was a agriculturalists, they did the agriculture, whoever was good in accounting, they did the accounting. So they were what? They were self-sustaining. So here the Tolstoy farm was created, and it is going to be self-sustaining in nature. However, in order to create the Tolstoy farm and in order to get the Tolstoy farm functioning, some little financial mechanism would be required, right? Even if the littlest financial mechanism would be there, so it would be required. So at that point of time, Gandhiji's Tolstoy farm, it had a lot of finances flowing in from India also. So people from India also gave their finances, and this is what the UPSC asked, that from the following list of personalities, who are going to fund the Tolstoy farm? So there was Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Okay, Gopal Krishna Gokhale was there. The various businessmen of India, they are going to be there. They are going to be, funding that. So generally people knew that funds went from India, but who funded that people did not know, and that is what UPSC asked. Now at this point of time, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, a prominent moderate leader of India, also visited there in South Africa, and he is going to look at the conditions that are there in South Africa. So he is going to tell the Britishers that you guys need to take the considerations of improving the conditions of South Africans. So at that point of time, the Britishers, they are going to assure Gopal Krishna Gokhale that all the steps would be taken for them. Okay, all the steps would be taken by the Britishers to make the situations good for the South Africans. However, after Gopal Krishna Gokhale, he returned back. What happens is that once again, okay, means no good thing was done. After that, it was just continuing. Once again, that whole system was continuing. So it was just being said to Gokhale, but nothing was done. That was the scenario. Just read this up, friends. The Tolstoy farm. Just read the Tolstoy farm. I'll just give you space.